Killed My Wife is a thriller from Korea. The library had this, so I want to check it out. That's the only reason why. This movie is about a man who wakes up with a hangover. Jung-ho wakes up and he's just sort of like not sure what's going on, but he's got some blood on him, and a police officer shows up saying that his wife has been killed. They are recently separated. However, he's hungover and he can't remember, so the police suspect him. He's not sure what's going on, and he basically has to spend the next part of his day trying to figure out what's going on. So he's trying to do backtracking. So a large portion of the movie is flashbacks, trying to figure out all the different threads that led up to his situation. Overall, though, Killed My Wife is a very low stakes, low suspense sort of movie, even though the movie does have like a couple of fight scenes, some chases, some loan sharks, some gambling debts, and some exciting stuff here and there. It's a very low thriller. It doesn't really like put too much emphasis on him escaping the cops or the loan sharks, really. It's basically him just sort of wandering around and police just not being too keen on grabbing him. And there are some, interesting subplots thrown in there, but, the main bulk of this movie is basically just, the death of his wife fuels the story, so it's kind of lame in that aspect. So like the stakes are very low, because it's like the worst that could happen to him is that he could die, or he could get put in prison for life for murder. They don't really like explore that aspect. There's no fugitive like thrills. It's mostly just him sort of wandering around, remembering stuff. And then, of course, everything sort of just falls into place at the end, though. And at the end of the day, the movie doesn't really have any themes or anything, or just like any point. It's just a very depressing and dreary story about a man who succumbs to his own vices, and then his wife is murdered. So, like, that's it. Yeah, so definitely don't recommend this one. Even though the cast does a good job, there's not too much in the thrill department or story department or anything like that. So I give Killed My Wife a 4 out of 10.